Hey guys, Mustang here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to jump in and do the 55% showcase for the STR Goku and Gohan. Shout out to anyone that came out to the stream earlier. I did manage to pull 2 copies of them, but as you can see I've opened up the bottom right path, but I haven't actually put the orbs into that bit or any of the stuff below it, so they are at 55%. I've put them on the link level stage run like twice, I think, so they've got a couple of their links leveled up already. I gave them a defensive skill orb. I don't have any good silver skill orbs, but realistically you want to give them additionals. So we are going to run their team. We're not running a full 200% team because I bought a bunch of support units for like Goku family and stuff like that. But obviously they're going to be under the 200% leader skill. Super Saiyans or Goku family is a really good 170 across the board team. It's a little bit disappointing that the extra 30% does limit it quite a bit, but obviously I'm going to be doing a lot of showcases for units on the 200% team. So as Goku, our super attack is the instant transmission Kamehameha. I'm really happy to see this in the game finally with like a really good animation. He infinitely stacks attack, raises defense for 1 turn, does immense damage with a high chance to stun. And then his passive is attack and defense 180%. He gets an additional attack and defense 59% when performing a super. He has a high chance to dodge within the same turn after performing a super attack for 5 turns from the start of the turn. So he has to super attack first to get that dodge chance, and then he has a medium chance to dodge within the same turn after performing a super starting from the 6th turn. So he gets an additional attack and defense 20%, up to 59% for each attack evaded. So ideally we want him to get those dodges. And yeah, we're going to see how we get on. So like I say, we're running double leads. The friend is 55% as well. I think they do actually have an additional skill orb. Oh, no, they have a level 1. Let's go. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we can get here. We've got a lot of support on this rotation. We're getting Kamehameha prepared for battle and Super Saiyan. Let's go ahead and see what his defense is here. So it starts off at 135k, and he's getting the 30% on super attack effect, so he's going to be over 150k defense once he super attacks. So the big thing with this unit, especially at 55%, was that 3.8? It's not bad, 55%, obviously not link leveled. But of course, remember, he infinitely stacks attack as well, so that's going to go up and up and up. But the thing about the 55% version of this unit is, unless you have those good skill orbs, you know, he's not going to be able to get an additional attack at all. And the exchange with Gohan, we'll obviously go over all the details of him once we've actually done the exchange. The exchange with Gohan, you have to super attack with this Goku 3 times. So obviously with no additional in the hidden potential system via dupes or skill orbs, and obviously it means he's never going to be able to do an additional super attack. So that does mean that if you have him on turn 1 and you're not getting additionals, the earliest you can see Gohan come out is turn 7. So obviously this unit is designed for these longer form events, but once Gohan comes out, he's a defensive beast. I mean, we're up to 4 million. Actually, this is the friend one, isn't it? Yeah, so a bit of extra support on this rotation. I mean, he has some really good, like, best link partners, like this Namek Goku. I think they share 6 links. AGL LR Gohan, they share 5 links. So there's some good options, and obviously these units, like Namek Goku, unfortunately, is not under their 200% leader skill, but he is obviously still a very, very good unit. So I'm going to finish him off here. Now, obviously... Okay, we've got a few attacks after we attack this time, so hopefully we can get a decent build up here, maybe get a couple of dodges. So we've got 5 links active, 1 support with the Xeno Goku, and we're 123k at the start of the turn, so it's not terrible. It's not amazing, obviously. The way I would describe this unit, the way it's just, like, should be used for its purpose, right, is Goku is probably the better slot 2 unit, because obviously he gets that super dodge chance after he's attacked, and his start of turn defense is not particularly crazy, but he's raising his defense with his super, he's giving himself that dodge chance. So early on in the event, like especially in the Goku phase, like he's not a great slot 1 unit. And relying on dodge is always kind of risky, especially when it's only 30% chance. But once he exchanges into Gohan, then he becomes a ridiculously good slot 1 unit. And for events like the Red Zone, which obviously are upcoming for Global, going to be the new hardest event in the game, the enemies do attack a lot, especially in the later stages. So being able to have a unit that you can then just put into slot 1 and have them like tank everything is going to be very, very valuable. So... friend Goku, 135k with 1 support. I don't think this one has gotten any dodges yet. Let's go ahead and see. Because the thing you don't want, really, is, like, we do not want to get super attacked in this first slot. I guess I could have put Namek Goku there, but mine has a dupe, so with him getting hit first, he's going to get a guaranteed additional super. Then he could potentially additional super again. And if he gets a load of crits, he might actually take him out before Goku gets a chance to attack here. So, hey, there's a dodge. So that's one little build-up. Namek Goku's still putting out 6.2. Considering mine has one dupe. Mine is obviously fully link leveled, but man, when he gets a 200% team, he is actually going to be crazy. Yeah, see, he got the additional from his hidden potential this turn anyway. So, we're going to finish off this Super Saiyan 2 Goku this turn. Maybe not, actually. Oh, well, never mind. Of course, in slot 2, yeah, he still has the chance to super. Whereas in slot, if you put him in slot 1 and he gets hit, it's guaranteed. So... But yeah, he just went off. So I guess version Z Goku, even with only getting his 12 key super, is going to be able to finish off this Super Saiyan 2 Goku. And yeah, we can... What turn are we up to now? I think this is still... we still haven't super attacked 3 times with any of the Gokus. I'm surprised that didn't finish him off. Can we crit? There we go. Right, that's what we want to see. So now we've got type advantage again. So there's a good spot for Goku. Look at all those attacks after he supers as well. Alright, so this is turn 5. Yeah, so he was on turn 1, he was on turn 3, and now he's on turn 5. Obviously, mine has no additionals. So this is going to be his 3rd super attack, and we will be able to exchange from the turn after this. But look at all those attacks that he's getting in that first slot. Like, if he can get 2 dodges, he'll be fully built up when we see him at the start of the next turn. So... It'll be very interesting to see what he's actually looking at defense-wise once his passive is fully maxed out. Hey, we get the level 5 crit, though. We'll take that. Dodge this. Yeah, there we go. And there's the other one. All right, yeah, so he's... Because I think he dodged once already, right? So he's fully built... Oh, well, there you go. So, yeah, he's fully built up now. Got all 3 dodges in that turn. What a champ. Because, yeah, in longer events, because he infinitely stacks attack, like, obviously, you could keep stacking with him. A lot like these, you know, other units where you transform later into the event, right? And then your overall defense should be higher. Defense, when Gohan comes out, Gohan gives himself enough buffs and such that he doesn't really have to worry about having massively elevated defense. But the friend one's at 163k with 1 support. I think that this one has dodged at least once. So that is pretty good. Go ahead and do this. And then, yeah, we'll just grab those. Might as well keep picking up same type orbs. Why not? But, yeah, double digits when you've got type advantage. Because Super Saiyan 3 Goku, this is where he can start to actually hit a little bit harder. And 5.7 this Goku's up to. I mean, yeah, it's turn 6, but this is like a 55%, you know, not link leveled. That is pretty good. And then we get the dodge as well. So... Namek Goku's going to finish him off here. This is actually perfect timing because we're going to be able to get the exchange against the Ozaru, which of course is probably the most dangerous phase. For even type neutral, his super attacks are incredibly powerful, so this is actually a very good time to be able to exchange into Gohan and get the guard. So let me make sure the things are not off yet. There we go. Let's turn those off. And let's go ahead and watch the exchange into Gohan, and then we'll go over all of his details.
I give up. I learned how strong you really are. That's it. I quit. Gohan, it's your turn, son.
It's your turn, Gohan. This looks so clean. Animation is crazy. He'll try. I do like that this is the SSR of the LR art as well, just in super high quality. So, now that we've transformed into Gohan, his super attack is the Masenko, which greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does immense damage to the enemy. So obviously that's a 50% raise on super attack. And then his passive is attack and defense 180, gains an additional attack 58% within the same turn after receiving an attack. So you really want him to get hit first. Raises defense by up to 100%, the more HP remaining the greater the boost. Guards all attacks for 3 turns from the start of the turn. So when he first comes out, you get 3 turns of guard. Then you get an additional 58% defense starting from the turn in which guard is activated for the 2nd time. So once he's been hit twice while guarding. Then he gets attack and defense 58% when he takes another 2 hits, so 4. And then once he's taken 6, he then guards for the rest of the battle, which is obviously insanely good. And then he also has a great chance of dodging and countering Ki Blast super attacks. It is dodge and counter, so it does mean that he can't do it against like the Goku at the end or Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta at the end of the Vegeta event. And he's starting off here with 158k. So there's only one attack in the first slot though, so I think I'm going to put him in the middle. Because obviously we want him to guard as many attacks as possible in the early turns. And especially if we're taking 2 hits here, then obviously that's going to give him his first buff. So let's go ahead and do this. We should have enough HP with this team. With how good version Z Goku is, even if he gets super attacked at the end, after his 18 key super, he should be fine. Or at least even if we do take a ton of damage, we have a lot of health. So 3 million on turn 1. Now obviously remember, this is without getting hit first. So that is a 58% like buff. That's pretty big. So obviously ideally we want to see him in that position if possible. But obviously we can't control where the enemy's attacks are. It would be very nice to have an attack in the first slot for the whole of the rest of this run. So we could always see him putting out his maximum attack power. But I'm not sure if that is going to be the case. So then of course we get to transform the next one. So actually let's transform this guy. I guess we don't need to watch the animation again, because I'm going to be making plenty of videos on these guys. So let's actually let him get hit first, so then we can see what he's looking like with the attack buff, because it's a similar rotation. We've got 1 support, we've got every link except All in the Family active. He's got 150k defense. Let's purposely get your 12 key super so you raise your defense, and then yeah, we should be looking good here. So let's see the difference here. So we got 3 million last time. Get hit first, yeah, jumps up to 5.1. So that is a pretty significant difference with getting hit first. And then of course he's greatly raising his defense on super, so he's well over 200k with guard. Unfortunately we only got hit once for him by putting him in slot 1. But my one coming up on the next turn has been hit twice already. So he's going to have that first big defensive buff. We need to make sure we get 2 more hits on him so we can get the attack and defense buff on top of that. Hopefully we get like a slot on this next time where there's like 4 attacks or something. That would be actually perfect. Just get that full build up straight away. Wow, 95k. Woo. 1 in the first slot again. Are you kidding me? Because if I do this, I feel like STR Gohan is going to kill, which I really don't want him to do. But I need to take these attacks. So what is his defense at the start here? Yeah, see, now he's up to 247k pre-super. So post-super attack, he's well over 300k. 350 even. So he's going to be looking really strong. I really want him to take all these hits, but I guess, to be fair, if AGL STR Gohan doesn't kill him, the STR one will then just kill him. So I guess there's no point doing that. Couldn't avoid the Dokkan attack either, apparently. So yeah, it was always going to be GG.
Time to get serious.
Alright, so he gets the attack buff. He's at 4.9, linked up with that other Gohan with the support from Xeno Goku. So even getting hit first, obviously at 55%, he's definitely not as much of a damage output as Goku. But his defense is just going to be ridiculous. And that's why we really need to get hit 4 times, so then he can get that attack and defense buff. Because obviously we want to keep getting hit, because we want to get up to the 6 hits, so we actually then get the permanent guard for the rest of the fight. But we need to make sure we get that attack and defense buff. So there we go. This is what I'm talking about, right? In the harder content, you get closer to the end, and then now you've got like 7 attacks in 1 slot. And that's what we're looking for. So let's do this, and then we can't get a super for version Z Goku. Wait, does his active skill give him ki? I actually don't remember. No, so I guess there's no point. We'll just grab that. Fortunately, he's got type advantage, so he should be all right here. But look at this. Now we get the attack buff as well. So what are we going to be looking at here? 6.87. Now, the thing you have to think about that, 6.8, so basically he's at 7 million attack at 55%, and he can't take damage. That's the counter. Yes! Yeah, get wrecked. Just a casual 2.3 million damage off of that counter, you know. So yeah, 7 million attack stat, can't take damage. And then countered the Kamehameha. That was actually awesome. I'm so glad that happened in the 55% showcase. That's so good. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of that counter animation down below in the comments. But yeah, so that is Gohan fully built up now. Like, man, I'm really impressed. 55%. Like, when I read his kit when the details came out, the first thing I thought when I read it, I was like, oh, well, he's the best TUR in the game. And then obviously that was before I read Cell's details. So until I get a chance to use Cell as well, obviously I'm not really going to weigh in on who I think is better at this point. Because literally I've just awakened them both. So this is my first using of Gohan. And when I record the Cell one next, it'll be the first using of Cell. But man, he is super impressive. Fully built up. Like, it takes a bit of work to get there. Because once, like I say, once you get him exchanged, you've got to be putting him in them slots to actually take the hits. But once you get him built up, like, he's just an impenetrable wall of defense that is putting out a 7 million attack stat and can counter beam super attacks. Like, that's pretty good. Because, yeah, I think between him and Cell, like, his 200% team isn't as good, right? Because it's very limited by the secondary part of the leader skill, the 30% bit. But, like, he's just so good. And when he gets on, like, you know, when we get to the point where he's on other 200% teams and stuff, he's going to be, like, a must-run unit, right? Like, over 300k defense before supering. So it's going to go up to over 400k once he actually super attacks. But he's also guarding everything. Yeah, he's actually crazy. So good. And this is the 55% showcase. If you did see the summons from earlier, I think I did mention... Yeah, I did mention it at the beginning. But I have got a dupe for him as well. So I'm obviously just going to go full additional on his hidden potential stuff so that we can get those extra supers as Goku. Because then the problem with this unit is in Super Battle Road, you're going to be very unlikely to ever see Gohan at 55%. Because getting to turn 7 in Super Battle Road is not really a common thing that happens that often. So, but yeah, I'm so glad we got to see that super count now. Because obviously now that we're in this final stage, we can't dodge. So we won't be able to do the counters at all. But look at this. We get another turn where we get to get hit in slot 1. So we'll let this be the last turn here. I am super impressed with this Gohan. Because I don't want the video to go on for too long, and it's probably going to take at least 2 or 3 more turns to finish off this Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Gohan down below. So we don't get to counter this, but guess what, Goku? He's going to do double-digit damage, right? No, 400k. Wait, what? Why is this one not guarding? Did this one not get hit enough times before his guard ran out? Interesting. Is that the one that we put in slot 1 where it was only taking 1 hit? So do you think that was maybe the thing that let it down? Or because if we didn't get, yeah, we didn't get hit enough times in time, he's not guarding. That's very interesting. So, okay. Let me see actually now whether this one is going to be guarding then. Because I was not expecting that. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, because if we don't guard, we potentially just die, which would be an interesting way to end the video, because I wouldn't have expected to have to do that. Yeah, see, this Gohan obviously did get hit enough, because he's guarding. So, that's something you have to be very careful about then. If you're running the double leads, you have to make sure that when you transform Gohan, you can get those hits. So I think for this, it potentially would have been better to wait for later in the event, you know, when the phases started having more attacks in them. Because then we could have guaranteed that we get all those hits in on Gohan really early. So that's very interesting. I'm kind of glad that happened as well, because that is an interesting insight into what can happen if you don't get good, like, RNG with the attack placements and stuff. That is very interesting. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of this down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. Of course, Gohan dies. That is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.